about this campaign that you've been undertaking here.
Well, basically, after so many years of exploring Britain, particularly some of its wildest places, the mountains and the sea, I've just become increasingly disgusted with the amount of litter that's left behind by the Great British public. It's staggering, really. I mean, there just doesn't seem to be any care or thought about the way people discard things, and there's no way that most of this is ever going to be removed. One thing to drop litter in the street, but you know, people are paid to pick that up, and in actual fact I've actually been told that people think it's fine to drop litter because people are paid to pick it up, so that you're keeping somebody in a job. But to take stuff into the mountains or to some of the most remote and beautiful parts of Britain and leave it behind and think that's fine, it's an anathema. I just cannot understand, you know, the mentality of people that do that.
So you're a painter as well, as you've said, so what did you decide to do?
Well, as a painter that seems to be labelled as a traditional painter rather than a contemporary painter, which I don't really understand for other reasons, I just thought that you know, there was a way of using real paintings to convey a message. It's the sort of thing that nobody's ever going to think to put in a painting. They're never going to paint the things that they don't want to paint. Photographers are the same. They take a photograph of a landscape or the sea. They're not going to include all the litter of the detritus that's on the beach or hidden under a rock. And again, it's there. It's as if the British are turning a blind eye to what they're doing.
And you decided to take these paintings to various art galleries. Tell us the process and what happened.
Yeah, that was quite funny. I basically discovered we used a material called stopboard some years ago when I was constructing lighting, and I discovered that you could paint on it. Now, you're not supposed to be able to paint on it. In fact, the company that make it, a company called Centrifuge, they told me that you can't paint on it. Well, I proved them wrong. It isn't entirely black, unfortunately, so you could chip it off if you wanted to, but people wouldn't. But the beauty of it was working with acrylics that are waterproof, or relatively waterproof. Plastic, I knew then that I could produce something that you could put outside. I was conscious that you don't want to go and deface buildings. That's the kind of thing that gets you into serious trouble. Graffiti is obviously seen by many people as a problem. In many ways, I'm quite keen on the sort of work that Banksy's done, so much process painting. But I didn't want to get involved in the possibility of being prosecuted by somebody for damaging public property. This, I thought, was a perfect idea. If you make it, create it on plastic, you leave it outside, virtually leave it outside somewhere where people are going to see art. And it's absolutely ideal. Various people thought it was the most crazy idea, which is the reason for doing it. My wife wondered whether I was going to get arrested. If that happened, then that would only further the cause. You know, an artist arrested for littering pictures about litter. The worst I could be fined for would be for littering, which is the great irony.
What sort of reaction did you get from the arts museums?
Well, I guess the most vocal reaction was from the Lowry. It was very disappointing, unfortunately, because we got let in Liverpool. The security guards, Scotland and Tate Modern in Liverpool, actually let us into the rear entrance to the gallery because the wind was so strong. But we then got locked in. We couldn't get out again. We didn't get to the Lowry until they opened. And they saw what we were doing and came to ask us if we needed a hand to get the painting indoors. And we said we didn't actually intend to bring it indoors. The manager arrived, tore the notices off the painting and stopped off into the gallery. I then actually got a face-to-face meeting with the directors of the Lowry. I don't think you could possibly do that unless you'd made an appointment and they knew who you were and so on. And they basically said, well, they understood what I was doing, but it was the wrong way to do it. And that basically what I needed to do was go through the proper channels and see if I could get my work into an exhibition. At which point I said, well, what are the chances of me, as a complete nobody, getting my work into your gallery? At which point the main director said, that's a very good point. The curator of paintings then said, well, you know, this is, you know, you need to apply and so on and so forth. I said, and how many years might it take for me to get my work in? And the main director said, again, that's a very good point. I said, so perhaps we understand what we're talking about here. And they said, well, we can't agree to let you leave it there. You'll need to take it away. So basically they didn't get it, which is quite frustrating. Tate Modern, I have no idea what's happened to the painting, although I've emailed them, I've had no response. The National Gallery of Scotland, I had a response from a member of staff there who thought it was a fantastic idea and fully supported what we were doing, but unfortunately the Director General put it in storage. So I think with the exception of what happened at the Tate in Liverpool, where it actually went into an exhibition in the Old Dock, and in Cardiff, where it's actually gone on show in the National Gallery, I can't say how proud I am of that. Chances of me ever getting my work in the National Gallery, it's a cheeky way of doing it, but the important thing is the message. You know, it's not necessarily the painting, it's the message that people just look at these things and look at the landscape and accept, almost as if they don't see it, that glitter's there, and you know, they it. So it's frustrating. Some of the galleries have not reacted, and others have supported it. I'm so proud that they've supported it in Wales, and I'm really proud about what's happening later on today with the Secret Centre, that they're going to take it and actually put it up somewhere. Those that don't go up, what I'm seriously considering doing is asking for the paintings back, so that if I can't find somebody to take them, I'll destroy them. And it may well be that they're destroyed in public in front of the gallery.
You're basically trying to use artwork then to change people's attitudes.
I think it can. I think it can. I think that it doesn't have to be a shocking painting. I think this is the sad thing with contemporary art, that some artists seem to think they have to shock to provoke a reaction. And the reaction's often one of revulsion or bewilderment. And the reality is that you can make good art and still make a statement.
That's great. Thank you, Ian. Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you.
Just grab on a second.
Yeah, sure.
Just while there's a bit of light.